أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وإما يزغنك من الشيطان نزغ فاستعذ بالله إنه هو السميع العليم صدق الله العظيم. adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba tó yọ̀ǹda ẹ̀mí tó fún wa lálàáfíà jọjọ́ ìní alihamdulilayi kẹsíà. Our objective today is to seek for your support in order to build a museum in the name of Alhaji Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister MFR, láti lè fi ṣèrántí wọn, láti lè fi immortalize wọn. Ó ṣe pàtàkì. Tá a bá ṣe, other people will take advantage of this. Go and write it down. Another 10, between 5 to 10 years, this will be lost. Its legacy will be stepped on. So, putting a museum in place, no matter how small, is an objective that must be accomplished. It's a task that we should all come together as one to put it in place. Pẹ̀lú agbára Ọlọ́run ọba, it's very, very possible. But in recognition of àwọn tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ orin before him, I'll dárúkọ few of them. Our reference orin wọn ní díẹ̀. Then we'll go on to the board. Although on the board, Erike is under construction. Yes, it is under construction. All the positive contribution, both here in Nigeria and abroad, is part of building a museum. So we'll go, I want to rally around, don't make effort, don't sort the damper one, is part of effort towards building the museum. So perhaps we could see today as a commencement of the first stone towards the construction of a museum for Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister. Eka sopo kashe. Taba bere alishe. All look almost impossible, but wajalong oba wawala kuli shehin kodi. Gbogbo nǹkan lọ́nà wà lè ṣe. Láti rántí àwọn tó wà before him, ẹ̀ka bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí bàbá wa Alhaji Adamu Ìlọrin, bàbá wa Abibu Olùwà, Yusuf Ọlátúnjí, Lefty Salami Balogun, bàbá wa S. Aka, bàbá wa Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà, bàbá wa Haruna Ṣọlá, Alhaji Fatai Akande Olóhùnyọ, àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Àtàwọn tó yẹ kó tún mọṣẹ́ yìí, ṣùgbọ́n kádàrá àwọn ọmọ wọn jáde, wọn ti ẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn tó ti jẹ́ lọ́run nípè níjọ́ tèní. Abáwọn bẹ Ọlọ́run ọba kọ́lọ́run ọba láńjọ kó jọ ọjà rẹ̀ kó dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn jì wọn àti gbogbo àwọn tá ti mention yìí. So we'll mention some few of the songs I said earlier. Tabanika mú látòrí bàbá wa Lefty balógun wọ́n ní nínú olórin tá a bá láyé Àbíbù Àyìndé làwa mọ̀ lágbà Àyìndé pẹ̀yìndà Ọlátúnjí ló tún kù ní bàbá Yusufu èmi gbà ọmọ ojú ròǹgbé ọmọ ojú ròǹgbé Yusufu bàbá ni. Bàbá Yusufu Ọlátúnjí, of course you all know many songs ìtọ́lọ̀ bá fún ọ láyè láti lè voice out òun náà lálẹ́ pé àwọn ní nígbà tí ẹṣin ń bẹ ní ọ̀kẹ́ mẹ́rìndínlógún wọ́n ní kí bàbá Yusufu wá rẹ̀ ṣin bàbá Múdà lòun ò tí rẹ̀ ṣin ẹṣin wọn fòkèrè ó dógójì ọ̀kẹ́ bàbá ó wájú wàràjà wàrà bàbá ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé ọmọjọ bàbá ẹ̀ ní o ọmọ Múdà wá dàgbà tán o Yusufu wá fi Mẹ́sì rọ́pò ẹṣin o. tọ́wọ́ tí nígbà tó tẹ̀síwájú díẹ̀ bàbá wa Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà Egunmọ̀gájí wọ́n ní kẹ́ tó sọ lọ́dọ̀ títọ́ apẹ́ kẹ́ tó pe màálùú lọ́mọ ewúrẹ́ o irọ́ yín pátá ewúrẹ́ irọ́ yín pátá àṣà ò ní gbígbẹ́ pé yẹ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ káṣípa tó dolúwo apẹ́ tí lisa bá ń bẹ láyé àṣípa kò ní dolúwo. bàbá wa Ṣínà Kọ̀ní àwọn ní àṣà ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ewúrẹ́ maybe but tàyìnlá yìí bí tẹ̀lé. then bàbá wa Arúnà Ṣọlá àwọn ní àjọṣeré wọn kò lè dọ́gba pọ̀ o ó dá mi lójú wà láyé tà láyé ajá tó yó kò lè báyìí ó ṣeré rárá. bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ so many other songs by so many other musicians, masterpiece. But in order to move forward, Africa move on to the board. Everybody, with your board. Money, Alhaji Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister, MFR, museum under construction. We just saw earlier. Today, being the 15th of November 2020, I've múlẹ̀ pé the first foundation stone or block in la bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí nǹkan museum Alhaji. Ọlọ́run adé yẹ ká lè parí ẹ̀ báwo la ṣe lè parí ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú kádìrọ̀ mọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba, and with your support I know this is possible. Yeah, but before going deeply into this, I'd like to come up with what I would like to define as the new Fuji map, or Fuji music in plain shape. Maybe we should write that. It's like Fuji music in plain shape. With respect to seniority, we need to establish that. If you do this way, Of course, there's no competition about that. About gbé bàdé síbí. Tá gbé Alhaji Ayinde síbí. A gbé Alhaji Musuru Akande. Síbí. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Recently, àwọn bàbá wa méjì kan wọ́n grant interview. Wọ́n sọ fún wa pé Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister àwọn ló dá Fuji sílẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá wa lọ́fàsí Agége, bàbá wa Ayinde commissioner àti luckily I got to meet someone àwọn wà ní London. Wọ́n get in touch pẹ̀lú mi. It was part of, he said it was part of the band boys under Alhaji Musuru Akande. Orúkọ wọn ẹ̀ka pọ̀ ní bàbá London, because I don't know whether you want me to mention his name. Ẹ̀ka pọ̀ ní bàbá London. Alhaji love overseas. Àti Alhaji Ayinde commissioner. Àti ọmọlẹ́yìn Alhaji Musuru Akande. Tamako, we'll give his name as Baba London. Let's accept it that way. Baba London. I want to tie. In fact, due respect to them. Ujubagba. Only Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister àwọn ló dá Fuji lẹ̀. Kò tó sọ tòótọ́ ni, no argument. In fact, Baba London ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ, message to send. Wọ́n ní there's no time. But àwọn wà lẹ́yìn Alhaji Akande Musuru. Tí Alhaji Akande Musuru tó wojú Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister. There was no time. We had to manage time. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ is about 3 pages. Maybe I'll do a presentation on that. When there was no time. Tí Alhaji Akande tó bójú wo Alhaji Barrister pé irọ́ mi náà mo ní kọ́ mo jù ẹ́ lọ àbí o jù mí lọ pé no. Àwọn wà ní band wọn. But some of the things tí Alhaji Akande saw in his music seems to be contrary to that. Last video, tẹ́ bá rántí tí mo play, Akande ní wọ́n láwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń kọ Fuji láti kékeré. Ẹ̀mú yẹn dárí. Want to mention some other things. The Musuru Akande lọ́gá olórin o, Bàbá Basira. And some other things really sound controversial. I don't want to say that. Right? but we are going. Okay. Now, Tabano see volume 1, Alhaji. Báwo ló ṣe kọ? Wọ́n kọ volume 1 yẹn looks almost like Sakara to me. But after some time, anyway, Alhaji kọ́ improve drastically. See, tẹ́bá play volume 1 yẹn. See orin tó kọ most recently. Ìyàtọ̀ ti pọ̀ jù. Ìyàtọ̀ yẹn pọ̀. So, all the effort we made, ààrí orin Akande. Orin Akande kọ́kọ́ release, ààrí. So Barrister still maintain the topmost position. But Akande should be recognized as someone who has contributed immensely near Atibere Fuji, that he has contributed immensely. So we can say Alhaji remains here. I will continue to make effort láti wá orin Akande. Tàbá rí orin Akande, the first release, Bismillah àti Tọ́yà, Anobi Noah, tàbá rí, I'll be able to make an informed conclusion. So, by my own reckoning, without arguing with our fathers, objectively on my own, I'll say this argument is inconclusive. To me, I want to say this is inconclusive. As I will continue to make effort to get this, or anybody other than Walo, they can get to me, then we can make another video and now conclude. In fairness to Akande, this argument is inconclusive to me. Do you understand? Okay. So we'll try and clean this up, and we'll move to the support I need at the museum for Dr. Sikiru and the Barrister. Or maybe I should still write some few things here for future references. Yeah, the official release of the first official release of Alhaji Kollington was in 1974. Official release. Alhaji Akande, it was 2/2/1966. Why Barrister was 2/9/1966. Yeah, that's it. In fact, Babawa, that's however also released about the same time. His first release as well was 1974. You know that? So, however, but because of the influence of Barrister and the way the event unfolds, Alhaji Kollington can, in fairness to him, he can sit here comfortably. I think he can sit here, but this is just a reference and recognition of that's contribution towards Fuji. Oh no, 1974 official release, right? So, there was this conflict between Babawa, Alhaji Akonde, Afatara Olóhùnyọ̀, àti Ọmọwúrà, which perhaps seems to have brought community into limelight. Tofi release Ọmọ Ìyá Onípákó album to make him popular. Like, I think he supported Alhaji Ayinde, while Dr. Sikiru supported Akonde, Olóhùnyọ̀. But there's no pressure from this angle at all to Barrister. Cause see, let me clean this up. Let me clean this up. I think the community can stay here without anybody competing with him. From here, Lobai, Alhaji community, there's no pressure at all. There's a wide margin of 8 years. Time that we go studio, can't reach our studio. Also record the official album. So when people begin to over-celebrate, they want to confirm. There was no pressure. There's no pressure from him. If there's going to be any pressure, that pressure must come from Akonde. If anybody has to struggle this seat with Barrister, it has to be Akonde. It's not community at all. There's a wide margin between Alhaji Kollington and Barrister in terms of musical prowess, and even at global level. Documentation show where years of active of Barrister is 1965 to 2010. While at global level, 1970 to date, years of active of Alhaji Kollington. So no pressure whatsoever coming from him in terms of leadership or seniority when it comes to Fuji. No pressure at all, right? Okay, so we shall continue to make efforts to get to know Akonde more and more and more, because if you argue or bring about pressure about these two, Akonde will not exist, right? It will not exist. Like Abacha, former head of state, Kolomba Adáríjì wọn, àwọn ló fún Alhaji Kollington ní general. Akonde ti ń jẹ́ general ti pẹ́. And of course, you also remember that Dr. Sikiru and Barrister happens to is a former military personnel. So Akonde also thought that, okay, you're a sergeant, okay, I'm a general. There's a clear there seems to be a kind of rift between the two of them, even in terms of music. But they are both matured. Right? Okay. So we'll clean this. This place has to be free. No pressure coming towards Barrister. No single pressure from here. In fact, if you look deeply, you actually positioned him here. Any pressure to Mawa, no pressure coming from him also towards Akonde. But official release is 8 years different. How many did that do? I don't know they were like you. Okay, so the major objective is to put in place museum Why, of course, this part we say inconclusive. Inconclusive. We shall continue to make effort. Tabari, more information we shall come before you are presented. Okay, so we can clean this so we can go straight to the topic of the day. Now, I've raised funds fún Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister museum tí a fẹ́ kọ́. I've raised funds. Bá a ṣe máa raise funds ẹ mọ̀ pé Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister everybody ló kó mọ́ra. Nǹkan tá a ní láti ṣe is very simple. Anywhere tá a bá wà, àwọn tó wà ní Europe, àwọn tó wà ní America, àwọn tá a wà ní Nigeria, àwọn náà dá tiwa. Nǹkan tá a ní láti contribute to build the museum. First option. Option 1. Each person will contribute contribute hello A $1 B £1. Then €1. Àwọn tó bá wà ní Europe wọ́n á fún wa ní €1. Àwọn tó bá wà ní UK £1. Àwọn tó bá wà ní America or anywhere you are $1. And tó bá wà ní Nigeria ẹ lè fún wa ní 500 each person. Nigeria 500. Àwọn tó bá wà abroad lórí mi bá ń sìn 500 ní máa dá. Ta la máa dáwọ́ yẹn fún? A máa dáwọ́ yẹn fún SOA Adéríbigbé. It's going to come up with how the money should be contributed. If you know, it's going to provide us with an account in Nigeria for our Nigeria. I have contribute, I have support project. I think he's in the UK, so it will be easy for him to, bring about these 3 accounts. Then I want to manage Barrister Fans Club. They will coordinate and manage these funds that you build museum for Alhaji. Okay, I think at this point now, the Fans Club will pay at to be 200,000. Each one of us about that $1. We'll have $1 times 200,000. What's the total of that? Just I want toward the Fans Club nìkan. Inna ila wakum lawahid. Eka make it so simple. Surely your Lord is one. So in going yoko, uluma di pupo. You want this? Make it simple. The best number you can ever have is 1. So now, just member of the fans club who can produce $200,000. Katetima saw àwọn other lovers Ayinde don't know my contribute. The project is being well managed. They'll come from all over the world. On my support project. Tabashe Ojutiwa. We have to do this. Everybody must rise up and we put this money in place. Coordinate well, will be fair, you'll be accountable, make presentation, and let's see what you're using this money to do. I want Barrister Fans Club coordinator, management, I want to manage the way. Okay. We are still on the first option. Museum. Not too far from it. School Mawambe. Not too far from it, we have a public library. Sikiru Ayinde Public Library. Awambe ni museum here. Which is part of the first option. Then, what shall I know Mawambe? Alaysa lahu bila kamili hakimi. Ọlọ́run ọba òun ló mẹjọ dá a lè kọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì náà. Sami Allahu liman hamida. A lè kọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì náà. Ẹ̀sìnkì, but everybody ló nífẹ̀ẹ́. You understand? Okay. So, lọ́dọ̀ àwọn afọwọ́ṣe. The museum itself inside the museum, my new school Mawambe. Anyway, also in the museum, there will be a public library. Right? There will be a public library. And the mosque Mawambe. Church náà lè wà ńbẹ̀. Why not? What am I for here? Now, this is still under the first option. Second option. Pé owó yìí a raise, but Ayinde láti ní museum ẹ má gbàgbé o. 5 to 10 years from now, gbogbo story tá a sọ yìí. Somebody else will take advantage of this. One day, come museum, go and write it down. A come museum, find it. Second option. Option 2. A lè lo ilé Alhaji as museum. Ó lè jẹ́ bí 2 or 3 bedroom there. Ẹ pé àwọn media. Tí ó bá sówó, ní owó, kò sí kọ́bọ̀. Ẹ pé àwọn media, Tribune, Guardian, gbogbo àwọn major media houses, major television stations. Wọ́n cover ẹ create 2 or 3 parts. Within the building, and actually that would be the best museum because Iberin Lucy Fuji Chamber is the best museum. Yet you by tabale you will like to raise from first option. sadaqatul jariyah nínú owó tó bá kù àwọn owó tó yẹ tó bá kù níbi tí Àyìndé ń gbé àwọn ilé tí ò bá sómi ẹ ṣomi fún wọn ẹ má gbàgbé this project ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ní lọ ẹ ká sowó pọ̀ kájọ ṣe is possible. ọmọ kan láti sọ pé Alhaji sọ̀rọ̀ kan wọ́n ní òkú ń ṣàdúrà fọmọ aráyé pé káyé yẹ yí kọrùn ó yà wọn kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́ ẹ má gbàgbé gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe wọ́n ti kọ́ wa ẹ fi sọ́kàn let's come together this is possible we can do it. So after this presentation I'm going to talk further with Esoya Adelibibe, and he's going to come up with the necessary account that will be coordinated by the Barrister Fans Club. Subhana Rabbika Rabbil Izzati amma yasifun wassalamu ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.